Gather close, dear soul, and listen wow, for I bring you the tale of the Cleveland torso murderer, a phantom of flesh and fear who stalked the shadowed alleys of the 1930s. Between the years of 1935 and 1938, a sinister presence haunted the streets of Cleveland, Ohio, particularly the forsaken area known as Kingsbury Run, a shanty town soaked in misery. Over a dozen mutilated bodies were found, headless, limbless, and often dismembered with surgical precision. Some were never identified, for their faces were lost to the blade, and their heads were never found. They called him the Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run, a name whispered in terror. His victims were often the forgotten, the homeless, the vagrant, the discarded. He carved them like meat, leaving their corpses in grotesque displays, as if taunting the city, taunting the law. Even the legendary Eliot Ness, famed for bringing down Al Capone, could not stop the specter. He burned the shantytowns to smoke out the killer, but the murders continued. One suspect was named, he even confessed, but his words were madness and the truth remained hidden. Brace yourself for the most disturbing part. It's not the mutilations, not the severed heads, not even the bodies tossed like garbage in the rain-soaked ravines. It's this. The killer may have been known, and yet never brought to justice. One prime suspect was a man named Dr. Francis E. Sweeney, a World War I veteran, a trained surgeon, and most chillingly, a man with deep psychological scars. He failed 2 lie detector tests, badly. Eliot Ness believed, without a doubt, that Sweeney was the killer. But Sweeney had powerful connections, political friends, and instead of being arrested, he was quietly committed to a mental institution. There, he remained. Even more twisted, Sweeney sent taunting postcards to Eliot Ness for years after the killing stopped, signing them with mocking words, goading the man who had once ruled the law. And still, nothing could be proven. No charges were ever filed, no closure ever found. The case remains open and unsolved.